In the very beginning, when you start trading stocks or investing in the stock market in general, you'll hear a lot of new terms. You'll be gaining a lot of experience. But in the very beginning, it's important to understand the difference between trading and investing. It's very easy to mix the two words up, trading and investing, but they are completely different. Now, you obviously don't have to pick one or the other. You can invest or trade or any mix of both of them. It's completely up to you. But the basic idea behind each one is investing is long term, putting money into a stock or an ETF or anything and saying, I'm not going to need this money or touch this investment for years. Now, because investing is long term, it's much safer than trading, but there's a lot less reward in it. So it's more like saving, whereas trading is more like gambling. So if you decide to invest in a stock, it's ideally it should be a lifelong endeavor. You throw any bit of your savings, a portion of your disposable income into any kind of investment that you think will appreciate in value. But a lot of people stick to investing because you don't have to do it every day. You can just put a bit of money or a bit of savings into some kind of security or ETF or a stock or anything. And then over the years, it should get larger and larger, and the earlier investments should become more and more valuable. So your position in this security should build up quite nicely. But trading, on the other hand, is buying a security with the intention of selling it relatively soon. Now, trading is much riskier, but much more exciting. You do need experience and you need knowledge, and you also run quite a high risk of losing the money that you put in. Now, options or contracts for difference are their own thing altogether. I'll do a very brief video on them because I don't do them myself, so I don't have much or any experience that I can give. But trading allows you also to trade both sides of a stock's movement. So if a stock is going up, you can have trading options that you can profit from as the stock goes up, but also as the stock goes down. Because when you're investing, the only way that you can really benefit from a stock going down is by purchasing more of the company at a discount, because your position will become larger and your average price will be brought down. Whereas with trading, you can make money on a stock's decline, like actual profit. So it is much more exciting. But I tried it a little bit and I just couldn't look away from it. I couldn't relax. I tried cryptocurrency, it was, and never dabbled in options, but I tried trading different cryptocurrencies off each other. And because the crypto market doesn't close, it was just all consuming. So I don't look at it anymore. Can't. This suits me much more. And it is important to find out what suits you. The only way to do it is to experience each one. Try out different things. Now, because you're doing it with actual money, one very, very good feature that Trading 212 has, a few other apps have it as well, is a virtual account with, I think it's a virtual $50,000 or something. And you can basically practice with a fake account. It's probably what a lot of people use. I'm not sure if it states this is a trading or this is a virtual account. The money in it is not real. But I'm sure a lot of people take photos of the virtual account and put it up, call themselves financial analysts. But anyway, that is a very handy tool for anybody who has no idea how any of this works and wants to experience either side of it. Investing, I would say, is actually quite simple. You just pick a good company. A good way to find them is to just get information from other people. There's hundreds and hundreds, thousands of YouTube channels about dividend stocks. And if when I was picking my first batch of dividend stocks, I would just pick whatever stocks that all of these channels had in common. So it was the big ones like Coca-Cola, Johnson Johnson, Clorox, Pepsi, things like that. You can't really go wrong with them. But it is very important to experience both and to decide for yourself what you want to do. So I will go over a lot more like basic terms, different strategies, the ways that people trade or invest. But I myself just invest in dividend stocks. That's it. So I can't really give you any kind of trading experience. But it is very important to make a decision on what you would prefer to do. And one good way of doing it is to just try both. Like you could realize that you hate trading or you hate investing, you want the excitement, you want to do it all day, you really enjoy doing all the research and the due diligence. Or you could want it to be completely passive and think, I don't want to have to look at this at all. In which case, you'd probably be better off investing. So, a quick recap. Trading. Buying a security with the intention of selling it in a relatively short time for a profit. You can trade and a stock goes up. You can make money when a stock goes up. You can make money when a stock goes down when you trade. It is much more risky, but it is much more rewarding. However, it's active. You have to be there to sell for a profit. You also need to be under control, have yourself under control when a stock is nosediving or when it's shooting up. Set a price target for yourself and what's called an exit strategy, how you're going to sell the stock, because there's no way of knowing what it's going to do. Investing is more like saving. It's long term, it's slow growing, there is less reward, but it's passive. You can put money into, say, an ETF that follows the general stock market and you don't have to look at it. If you see in the news that the stock market has crashed, you invest more into an ETF or a stock that you believe in. But that's the general gist. Now, there's all sorts of different methods and different strategies you can use, but in the very beginning, it's very important to understand the difference. So, if you like the idea of basic videos of the breakdowns of the basics of the stock market, or I'm doing a series of 5-minute breakdowns of all the stocks that I hold, or if you want to just see what happens when you put €1 into 100 dividend paying companies rather than €100 into one, feel free to subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I hope that you find something useful here.